It's actually way too hot. Okay. Really poor, guys. Just let's just look at the table because that's kind of useful. Okay, so Arsenal 15 played, 10 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, and then City 10 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. But crucially, they are only 2 points behind because basically drawing loads of games doesn't matter. Like, if you draw 10 games, that is way worse than if you won 5 and lost 5, even though that's more inconsistent. So when you're in a certain position, like 1-1 with a few minutes to go, then you should go for it. Because say, like I said, you go for it and you lose 5 times and you win 5 times. That's better than the status quo of just drawing 10 games. Like, it's just literally maths. You get 15 points, 5 times 3, if you won 5 and lost 5, and you get 10 points if you drew 10. But last season, we let's see how many we drew last season. Yeah, we drew 14 games, which was, yeah, it was basically in the top half, the most, like, of all the teams. So even if we had drawn the game and not lost at the end, in my opinion, it still would have been bad because it's like a theme, which is that I remember, like Sir Alex Ferguson was saying that he didn't mind to win at the end, to gamble, like the end of the game. And that's basically like, because it doesn't actually matter that much losing the point. It matters more winning, like I said. So, yeah, it's just kind of retarded and annoying. I also think, like we're still a little bit like with the last. So Odegaard got injured, and then I think that actually helped us because then we're forced to play with a more attacking player. Because, like, I don't know what. To me, he's not attacking. Like, an attacking player gets goals and assists, but he gets, like, very, very few in the season. So he's not an attacking player. He's more like when you watch Zubimendi on the ball, him and Odegaard are quite similar. They're just like moving it around. But to me, in Zubimendi's position, that is totally fine. Like, if you're just moving it around, then fuck. Like, to me, that's basically what the DM is doing. He's picking it up from defense, and then he's like forwarding it to people or whatever, and they can attack. So not him. That's his job. But we don't need 2 people doing that. Like, if you have then 2 people doing that, that's just pointlessly slowing the game down. Like, if you give the ball to this guy and he's in good areas, like near the box or whatever, then you need to do stuff, more shots, like more attacking. Yeah, I don't know, and also I think, like, I don't know, like I guess they've been told to that when you have the ball, and Odegaard is near you, then just give him the ball. Like, because you see a lot of the time that Rice or someone has the ball and Odegaard is literally next to him. So there's no like immediate benefit, as in like he's not in a more advanced position. He's just like very near him. But then they'll just drop it off to Odegaard because I guess that they think that he will do more. But in my opinion, like when he's not playing, then there's not just this one player who gets the ball all the time. There's way more distributed. Like sometimes Rice has the ball, sometimes Calafiori has the ball, sometimes Eze has the ball, sometimes Saka has the ball. It's not like okay, 40% of the time one player has the ball. So that A just makes us way faster. Like because they're not just like that's even though that's just like pointlessly pass here for no reason. We can like actually pass somewhere that actually makes sense. Like just pass sideways because Odegaard's there to give him the ball. So it speeds things up, and then the other thing is like that because Odegaard has so much of the ball, then our players who are actually good at attacking don't get as much of the ball, which is like like I would rather see Rice on the ball attacking sometimes or Calafiori. Like when they're on the ball, I'm like, oh, but yeah, something actually might happen. But so it's two extremely annoying things because it's not that he's that bad. Like it's not that he's that bad, but it's more what it does to the team. It it means that a lot of our good players don't get the ball because they're prioritizing giving Odegaard the ball. And then the other thing is he doesn't like he just keeps it ticking over, but that's not what you should do in that position. That's for Zubamendi to do. Yeah, so I just like think we were better when he was injured, and I think that like yeah, like it doesn't even matter if there's a worse player playing there because of it changes the style. So like even if we put in Nwaneri there, who you could say is maybe worse, like to me it changes the style so much that it just makes the whole team better. So I honestly think like I think we should just get rid of him, and he can play in games when we're 2-0 up, because when we're up, then it is better to control the game to give them less chances. But when you're not, like then we need attacking players. Yeah, and I also I don't know, I didn't really see, but I hope that Trossard was injured when he took him off, because that I thought that was just an insane mistake. But maybe he was actually injured, like I heard. So, but if he wasn't injured, that was extremely dumb. Like because he was one of the only people looking like he. I mean, he did score, but like looking a threat. And I didn't think Marino was that bad to get taken off. Like Eze was bad. He let the goal in, obviously, but like maybe that's a you know like like if you get that you could get shouted at half time and then not do it again, maybe. Um, but yeah, his attacking play was bad. Um, yeah, he looks worse as well on the wing than in the centre. So that's obviously another thing. Trossard was good. I mean, because he just actually shoots. Like him and Marino just actually shoot, which I appreciate rather than just obviously Saka as well. I wouldn't have taken Saka off as well because basically, even if he's bad, like I don't know why Odegaard doesn't get substituted, because to me, like I people who are bad but they can like in the game, but they could change the game at any time. You leave those players on, like basically Saka. You leave him on the pitch, even if he's playing bad, because there's a high chance that despite him playing bad, he'll do one good thing. But with Odegaard, I'm like, he's playing very average, and you would never substitute him. But he's not one of these players who's gonna pop up with a goal. Like even Trossard, you're like, he could be playing bad, but he could pop up with a goal because he's obviously just looking at his stats. He gets more goals and more assists. So I just don't get why you would never substitute him. Yeah, that's basically it. I think that, like, regardless, I don't give a shit about losing. Like, because even if we had drawn, that's what I think is bad. The fact that we're still going to get too many draws. Like last season, why were we shit? Because we got so many draws. But it seems to be the same. Like, I think, like, at the moment, we've got 3 draws, but I just feel like, yeah, obviously today we could have drawn, like, and that would have been 4 draws. And then if you would have looked at the table, say, and we had drawn, then we would have had 10 wins and 4 draws, and Man City would have 10 wins and 1 draw. So we look way better, but we would have only been 3 points ahead because drawing doesn't give you that many points. And that's really way more my concern. I can't actually remember the other game we lost. I think the other game we lost was one which we could have drawn as well. Like, was against Liverpool, wasn't it? Where we basically lost right at the end. So, but both of the times it would have been more symbolic of not getting battered. It would have been more symbolic of this losing. Like, you know, sorry, I got kind of muddled up because I was thinking about my tea. Yeah, it would have been more symbolic of like drawing too many games. Like even the losses we've had are more like telling us about how our mindset, or like strategy is like too defensive. Even I would say if you're 1-0 up, I was still playing an attacking way. When you're 2-0 up, that is when it makes sense to be Odegaard and passing the ball around pointlessly. And like Zubimendi, everyone just pass the ball sideways and do nothing. But when you're 1-0 up, then you can still concede at the end anyway. So that's more my concern. Like, it's more my concern because I know that City could 100% lose more games than us, but also win more. And then they win from that, even though whatever, we lose less games overall in the season. Like, but we're just going to draw too many. Anyway, that's it. Pretty angry.